Trojan family, Trojan gang. Fight on forever's in the building. And I think we done found that DB, that lockdown corner for the future. You hear me? Now, SC, we ain't really had a lockdown corner that's been with the program since Adoree Jackson. We had some good corners come through, Mekhi Blackman, Rolando Wallace, right? We had a few corners transfer coming in. We got Greedy Vans this year. We got a couple this year. But I'm talking about recruited out of high school, USC through and through, and a true lockdown star corner, right? Now, USC, we known for our great safeties in history, great linebackers, great defensive linemen. But if I'm going to nitpick, we ain't had that many great lockdown corners, right? I'm talking about Deion Sanders, Champ Bailey, Darrell Revis types. You know what I'm saying? Tonio Camardes, Richard Shermans. I'm talking about lockdown corners. You'll put them man on man with an ident with anybody, the best of the best, and feel comfortable and live with the results. So they go do their thing. They gonna make play. I'm talking about true lockdown sticky corners, right? That they ain't even gotta know the playbook. It's you go out there and you cover him. They don't even come to the huddle type lockdown corners, right? You blanket this dude, or you blanket anybody that comes to this side of the field all day. Don't even need to know the play type corner, right? Because the elite lockdown true corners like that, the Revis and Deion Sanders, they didn't even have to know the playbook like that. You feel me? Only if the coach for some reason want to call a zone, but even then, they'll go man and the rest of the team will go zone, right? Completely shut down, talking about completely shut down and lock down one side of the field type DB corner. I think USC has found it. And I felt like that last year watching this kid film. He was sticky. Receivers could not get separation from this kid. I'm talking about go routes. I'm talking about slants, double moves. It don't matter what route that the receiver running, right? It don't matter. He owned them. You can't shake him for nothing. And that kid was Braylon Conley. This another kid that these recruiting sites don't have to explain. Once this kid start playing, they gonna have to explain why this kid on some sites was only a 3-star, right? Some sites, I forget. Some sites it was a 4-star, but all the sites didn't have this kid as a 4-star. Some sites had this kid as a 3-star. He wasn't talked about as one of the top corners, right? When I looked at this kid film last year, I didn't see no better corner. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a USC fan, right? I'm not just saying that for that reason. I'm saying that because that's exactly what I saw. And before he even committed to USC, I felt like that. And that is Mr. Braylon Conley. Mr. Braylon Conley, right? Then he come into practice. He wasn't able to make it to spring, but he come to fall practice and getting ready for the season. He come blazing, right? He come with his hair on fire. He come impressing from day one. And it ain't just me saying this, right? It ain't just me saying this. And I knew this and I've been hearing about this at practice. But it just confirmed to me when a teammate say it, right? So if you don't want to hear what I got to say about Braylon Conley being locked down and shutting down players, listen to what Braylon Shelby had to say about Braylon Conley.
In their first fall camps?
Cam's a big one for me, who's really, I'd say, grown as an individual and a football player on and off the field. I mean, you see him maturing, you see him learning plays, you see him doing what he do, and I'm really proud of him and what he's capable of, and especially Braylon Conley too. I've been watching him lock down the wide receiver during practice, so it's just nice to see the young ones eat.
We had a question in the.
That's from one of the horse's mouth. That's from somebody who's at practice and seeing everything, right? They at practice and they witnessing. I don't think he really mean to say it like that. I think if he would have took it back. But he was sitting there on the show getting interviewed by Ryan and them. Shout out to USC football and Inside Troy, right? He's sitting there comfortable. He just talking. They got him open. And he said he's impressed watching Brandon Conley lock down the USC wide receivers. Now, when he say lock them down, I'm feeling like that means he's winning the majority of the battles. That means he's on them, right? Now, he the kid that I showed y'all that Deuce Robinson, Randy Moss, right? But the only reason Deuce Robinson, Randy Moss him is because he had that sticky coverage, because he is right there. Now, he ain't gonna win every battle because we got great receivers, 6'6", crazy athletes like Deuce Robinson, right? But that show you right there his sticky coverage. That show you right there, okay, young freshman, let me see how you look against Deuce 6'6". Let's see. Right? So what I've been hearing out of practice is them one-on-one battles with receivers are elite receivers are Jacoby, Zachariah, Deuce, Makai. We all know those receivers elite. They just ain't had a chance to prove it yet. But we know they got 5-star talent. And for him to come in as a true freshman, for a teammate to say, not even in his class. Now, remind you, Braylon Shelby's in the class of all them 4 wide receivers, right? They came in at the same time. They got a relationship. So for him to be like, yeah, true freshman, let that slip out his mouth, like, yeah, Brandon Conley been locking wide receivers down. With every wide receiver we got, if you locking any of them down, you're good. If you locking Jacoby down, Zachariah down, Kyron Hudson down, Deuce, you know what I'm saying? You locking these elite, Jay Fair, you locking these elite receivers on USC down as a true freshman, and you didn't even make spring, so you was going off natural talent, ain't even been coached up yet to the D1 level. Doug Belk ain't even sunk his paws in you all the way yet. And you coming out the gate lockdown, I'm sure to say, you can mark my word, barring injury, Braylon Conley is going to be that lockdown corner that we've been looking for since Adoree Jackson. And on pure cover ability, I think he got a potential to be even better than Adoree Jackson. And it's ironic, he rocking number 22, and Adoree Jackson, last time, ain't Adoree Jackson 22 in the NFL? Right? So we've been looking for a lockdown corner since Adoree. And that's the only position that we ain't consistently had great players. We consistently had great players at safety and linebacker, right? And defensive line, especially during our glory days, right? But even during our down years, we had good safeties like Hufanga, the safety that played for the San Francisco 49ers. I know he was like being like the number 1 rated safety for the last couple of years, right? We always had nice safeties that we didn't put into the game, right? We always had great linebackers that we didn't put into the game, right? And great receivers even on our down years, and decent quarterbacks even on our down years. But the DB's position, we're always being good to average. You know what I'm saying? We ain't consistently had lockdown corners that you could just sit on an island and be like, go get it. And that's surprising, being in California with all the skill position talent we got, all the 7-on-7, right? So that's kind of a mystery why we ain't been able to lock down a top corner. We had got Damani, but we see how that turned out. Damani Jackson could be a product of Dante Williams, right? So even the corners that we got that we expected to be locked down 5 stars, they didn't turn out either. So it's going to be ironic that a 3-star kid from Texas ended up being that lockdown corner we've been craving since 2016-17, right? Since them days. So Brandon Conley, Carter Sports family, listen to me. Barring injury, I will bet the house that this kid is going to be a lockdown corner whenever he get his chance. Now this year, I don't think he's going to get his chance, right? Because we so deep in the safety room and so many guys that we got to get ready to go to the NFL, right? The more guys we send to the NFL, that boosts your recruiting, right? Players, high school kids love to see that you didn't develop talent and sent to the NFL. So John Humphrey finna be going to the NFL, the Carlos Nicholson, Jacoby Covington, Greedy Vance, right? so many corners that could leave. Jalen Smith, he could leave. I think he a senior or a redshirt junior. Same thing with Anthony Beeves, right? So we're so deep at that position, and the seniors that we got, it's got lockdown potential. They damn near lockdown corners, and they didn't transfer here in the season year, and they experience. And players like Humphrey, who already know the system, they gonna get majority of the playing time because they can ball too, and they experience. But I guarantee you, next year and beyond, Braylon Conley is one of them lockdown corners, right? And Isaiah Rubin is the versatile one that can play nickel, safety, or corner. Then you got Marquise Gallegos, ain't scared the thump at safety, and you got Marcellus Williams, right? You got Marcellus Williams as well. Now, Marcellus Williams, before Braylon Conley came, they was raving about Marcellus Williams and how he doing his thing. Well, Braylon Conley coming, and now they raving about Braylon Conley, right? And I'm telling you, I love Marcellus, and I love my cousin, Isaiah Rubin. But as of right now, I feel like I could bet 100% that Braylon Conley gonna be locked down, and Rubin gonna be that Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? Rubin gonna have that Sue Craven's potential, right? He gonna be able to play safety, corner, and a little linebacker. I feel like he got that frame to add on enough weight, just like how they looking at Anthony Beeves. Isaiah Rubin is like another Anthony Beeves, right? He's so good at so many different things. You're going to have to play him at different positions till he settle in. And I feel like Rubin is a hybrid types. I feel like he best at a hybrid safety type position, even though he came out of high school DB and he could cover. But I feel like his best position will probably be at that safety nickel position, right? But Braylon Conley, put him on the island, and this kid gonna lock down. He's going to lock down. And we got that lockdown DB for the future. So Trojan family, man, what y'all think? I'm betting a house on this. Y'all can bookmark this video a year or two from now. I guarantee you Braylon Conley is going to be that lockdown corner that we going to be willing to put on the island. And y'all think that this D'Anton Lynn defense is sick now. Y'all think this D'Anton Lynn system is sick now. Don't let our defensive line be good and this kid be a lockdown corner. You do not want to see the Anton Lynn system if he got a lockdown corner as well. It's gonna be unfair, right? So we got this kid for the future, and I think for the future, how things turning out and looking at practice, we finna be a defensive school more than an offensive school. As long as the Anton Lynn, Matt Ince, and Coach Henney is together, I'll bet my money on it. But until then, man, it's Trojan City, it's Carter Sports, it's SC. So let's go.